Hey everyone, welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles. In the last episode, we've made it to the end of Prison Island, and now I've reached the end. Now, as explained last episode, we are going to do some prep this time round, but it's not going to be the same way in which we did in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, because I feel like that made the game a bit all too easy. So, to put it brief, here's what we are going to do. We have created a new save file, and this is the point in which we are going to put the game on. If you want to, retroactively, we'll put a link to the final episode in which it's up, if you want to see us play as we are. But for now, there are many places to which to see and do, and things to experience, and this, to me, begins a whole new set of stories for what me and Alice experienced during our first playthrough of this game. Well, you know what? Scratch that. No, it's not our first experience. This is now going to be entering our second playthrough set of stories in this game. So, I think we'll start off with, I don't know, let's pick a random place. Say, Colony 6. Let's go.
Yeah, because I think maybe there's some things we need to pick up for Colony 6 or a future side quest, and Colony 6 always has places to pick up, or things to pick up.
Yep. And here's beginning one of our stories. Essentially, we knew, as I mentioned, there are side quests in which we needed to do, and so we decided, let's start. This particular one we're doing, it was for Werner. He wanted to find Colony Flyer's wings, and so we were out here grinding and trying to pick stuff up. Essentially, we got to the end, and then we thought there's Sartoxes. There's no more flyers to kill. And then you go further up, and then something special happened. Something which I don't think we'll ever forget. She survived.
Who's this? Ain't she the one who attacked us in the capital?
You!
Tyrea! What are you doing here? You're hurt.
Do not touch me! Vile girl!
Watch it! Oh.
Tyrea, what happened?
Is she dead?
No. It looks like she just passed out. Let's get her to the infirmary. Rhine!
Come on, why me?
Please.
Is she okay?
Her injuries aren't severe. When the Bionis awoke, the ether flow around the colony became unstable. Maybe that's why she lost consciousness.
No, that's not what I meant.
You mean, why didn't she become a Telethia?
Precisely.
For pure-blooded high Entia to become Telethia, the ether energy surrounding the Bionis has to be above a certain level. Luckily, the level of ether energy here is not as high as on the upper regions of Bionis. That may be what kept her safe. Or perhaps...
Perhaps what?
No. It's nothing.
Something about this makes me feel uneasy.
I know what you mean. We'll have to keep an eye on her recovery.
Why does she hate you so much, Melia? You're both high Entia. Is being pure-blooded really that important?
Tyrea's birth mother is most likely my stepmother. You don't mean Umea? Yes. I heard about it from Callian after I returned from the tomb. Mother was the leader of the Inquisitors, a secretive organization operating in the shadows of the Imperial household. The group plotted to maintain the Imperial bloodline through a clandestine ritual. A ritual where Tyrea was conceived.
And she was secretly raised as an Inquisitor assassin. Hold on a sec. Are you saying that Tyrea is Callion's half-sister?
That's right. Then isn't she in the same position as you? Mm-hmm.
That is correct.
Tyrea! You're awake!
I had more right to the throne than she ever did. Were it not for the consort system that has so polluted the pride of our people, it would have been me, a pure-blooded High Entier who would build the future of our people. But you... you are a hypocrite. Just like me. If we are honest, what is the difference? You too would take the lives of your own people to protect your bloodline. Melia, you too are nothing but an assassin.
You're wrong.
I don't buy that for a second.
Rhine!
Pride of your people? How about you're jealous of Melia?
Do you really think I would be jealous of her?
Ain't ya? You're envious of her, right? Of how she lives her life. You just want everyone to feel sorry for you for being in the shadows all your life.
How dare you? No Hom speaks to me like that.
I'm saying that you'll never have a life like Melia's. You don't have the faintest idea why Melia's been fighting. Even if you'd been born in her place, the Emperor still would have chosen her as his successor. Succeeding the Imperial line ain't all about blood. It's about taking on the will to do whatever it takes for your land, for your people, when the time comes. That's what makes Melia different from you.
How dare you?
Both of you, stop this! This is no time for pointless bickering.
He's right. We survivors shouldn't be fighting amongst ourselves. Right, time's up. I want the room cleared out.
Yeah, okay.
And you need to calm down and get some rest.
Ugh. Me? Envious? I only think of my people. What is that?
What's going on?
Look! Over there! The colony!
Telethia!
Guys, she's gone.
Tyrea, you mean? Could that Telethia be her?
No. At least, I'm fairly certain.
What?
There's no time now. We must pursue it.
And pursue it we shall. And unfortunately, Juju is still here after that attack. Well, I guess you can't get everything. This game threw us for a loop the first time when this happened. Because we was really surprised when during our second playthrough we saw for oh wow, there's so much of this game that we missed. We were surprised and very happy because this is the game that just kept on delivering, and this isn't the only time we thought that this would happen. This was something really special because during this time me personally, I began to think, is this really all there is? Have we finally decided to end the game and there's nothing left to do? Nope! no, the game brought this and so many other things, and this just made me even more excited to play the game.
Yeah, it definitely surprises when you walk past that gate and like, oh my god, there's someone there as side quests. And it started a cutscene. It's like, oh my god, more content.
Yep. Especially when this cutscene happened during a side quest. It was really, really awesome. I couldn't help but just have a smile on my face all this time. Another reason to why it sticks with me so much is because of the small little interactions you have with the characters. Ryan standing up for Melly and just speaking out for her. Whereas apart from the heart-to-hearts, they never really interacted.
Mm-hmm.
It just gave Ryan so much depth for me that I was like, dude, I want to see more. I want to see more of this.
Mm-hmm.
And another reason why I love this is because look at this effect. Look at this effect it's doing. It's such a callback in the subtlest ways. We started with a Tyrea at this beach, and guess what? We're ending it from the same beach. 40 Alvis is not around to see it, but hey ho.
And we get closure and explanations on Tyrea.
Because she was in the tomb and then just vanished. It's like not really the best way to go about it, but this just changed everything.
It must be Tyrea after all. What do? Do we have to fight her?
There's no time to think about it. Ready yourselves!
And, as Ryan put it, it's a duty of us as Empress to save our people. Mysterious Tyrea, starting off with 500,000 HP at level 80. This thing is really going to be tough to bring down if you're not prepared. Its talent art, first off, is Supernova 7, which hits you for 4 times and can bind you like crazy. I'm just going to be in the background here and give Shulk and Ricky a chance to attack. Of course, has Soul Read, which is not it's not a good thing to have, but having Melly and Shulk here is always good to have. Ultimate Cannon 9, his talent art, which can knock you back. Talent Absorb, which, as always, it absorbs your talent gauge. Also helpful if you're a Charlotte. Then again, let's go for a knockback Shulk. But luckily though, since it's a talent art, we can warn the Shulk boy before he gets himself killed, and then commit to a Monado shield. Bind, we're not going to do it. And Sleep Spin, I'll give you a guess which that does. And finally, Sleep Bullet. Again, I'll leave it to you to figure out what that does.
Tyrea like putting you to sleep.
Yeah, I'm reading your movements. But this one though, I just love it. My only regret about this cutscene is that it isn't instigated or involving Alvis in any way, shape or form. Or in fact Shulk prep that matter indicating, oh wow, this is exactly what happened beforehand. But, you know, I'm just nitpicking at that point. Still, it doesn't make it less awesome. It's a Chimera Tyrea, indicating its offensive attacks are always the strongest physically, but yet it doesn't bat an eye when it's ether. So I think we'll commit to a chain attack, and then take out what we can. And just on a little tidbit, I do like how it's always subtle in a way of mysterious Tyrea. What's it gonna be? Who knows? That's just part of the mystery. And as you saw, during a chain attack, it can be broken, toppled, etc., etc. And Unfortunately, Charlotte, you still can't headshot it. I know, my blast did it.
I think you did it just in time.
We did. And hopefully, we saved Tyrea just in time.
Shulk, I must...
I know.
Stop!
Tyrea! You're safe.
You do realize that Telethia is Umea.
Umea?
I was pursuing Umea. Even though she knew it was her fate to transform, she remained faithful to the Bionis.
But why? Didn't she feel betrayed?
Everyone has their own beliefs, and what they believe is their own choice. Umea adhered to her path. I pursued her so that I could fulfill her final wish.
Her final wish?
Umea was imprisoned within the Tower of Investigation. She told me that after she transformed into a Telethia, I was to destroy her as quickly as possible. She wished to sacrifice herself to the Bionis. At least, that is what I believed at first. But I now understand Umea's true desire. That is why I must...
This is my responsibility.
Melia, why?
Father entrusted me with the Empire and its people. What I believe in is the will of those struggling to survive. I have to fight if I am to convey this to the next generation. Besides, Umea is your birth mother. There is no need for you to carry out such an unpleasant task.
Is the same not true of you? You may not be of her blood, but you still think of her as your...
This is a duty that my father and brother conferred upon me.
Melia.
Tyrea, I believe you and I are alike.
Alike? Never, vile girl. My gratitude for assisting Umea. I mean, Mother.
Tyrea.
Well, there she goes.
Is she going to be okay on her own?
She'll be all right. We and Tyrea share the same goal. Our paths are sure to meet again.
Yeah, you're right. Melia, what did you mean just now? When you said you and Tyrea are alike?
Tyrea must be half Homs, just like me.
What? But the wings on her head.
Not all half-blooded high-entier have small wings, only the majority. Some are indistinguishable from pure-blooded high-entier. Dominant and recessive inheritance. I've studied this.
So that's why.
Melia, do you think Umea knew this would happen?
Perhaps. Actually, she had to have known. At least, that's what I believe.
She was her mother after all. She must have been aware.
Yes.
And with an ending song like that, you can't help but have a good feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And this definitely ended on a good feeling as well. Gives us the Empress Staff, which gives us HP 6 and Unbeatable 4. Can't get much better than that.
Nope.
And my only gripe about this cutscene, or is that when Dunban said at the very end, we might meet Tyrea again. Unfortunately, that is the last time that you see of Tyrea throughout this game. Which I feel like is a bit of a shame, but hey, I don't think it overstayed its welcome. Short, sweet, but had a lot to offer in terms of character, story, and a little bit of backstory. But that's not really the end of it, so to speak. If we were to say go back to, say, the Nopon houses, there is something special that's waiting for us. And this only occurs after you've dealt with this particular side quest. It gives a lot of impact to Melia's duty and how Tyrea sort of turned the corner, really. While I'm looking around for junks, I just want to say, it just makes Melia such... It continues on at the arc of where her, Callian, and her father left off. Callian mentioned what her goals were meant to be for the High Entia tomb, or for the High Entia. And she carried on that. And she did a pretty good job. Anyway though, if we were to head over to the Nopon houses or junks, here we have a new High Entia. Yumea's maid.
I was the one responsible for Lady Yumea during her incarceration. I, her maid, sat with her in the Tower of Investigation. I will never forget that night, the eve of the Bionis awakening, for I heard a story that deeply affected me. Apparently, Lady Tyrea was conceived at a clandestine ritual. Such rituals were customary to protect the pure High Entia. It was not known at the time, but her father was half Homs. Yes, can you believe it? He was of mixed lineage. And when this was discovered, he was thrown out of their order. He's not been seen since. However, there's more. It was customary to remove the child from the Imperial line. However, Yumea, despite her duty to the order, gave birth to Tyrea. And even now, it's not clear why Yumea dared to defy the order. Straight after the Bionis awoke, Tyrea visited her mother. The two of them sat and Yumea told her the story I tell you now. On that dreaded night, Yumea poured her heart out to her child. I believe I witnessed Yumea's dying words of love to Tyrea.
Hi there.
Do you think that Yumea become a Telethia like the others? All I pray is that she found peace as she returned to the Bionis.
It's not known why she kept Tyrea, but I think even though she wanted Melia dead at the very start, it's obviously wanted to serve Zanzariva. And overall, I think Yumea ended with a better fate compared to Lorithia.
Yeah. Got more backstory too.
Yeah. That's more touching than I think we can say. And this is just the start, guys. This game has so much to offer, and we can't wait to share it all with you. It's so special to us, and it's never gonna stop feeling special. But for now, guys, I think we'll call it there. So thank you all for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to like it. If you've disliked it, you know where to go. And if you want to subscribe to see more, be sure to. But as always, thank you all for watching. Then we'll see you next time. Because my God, there's still so much more.